The air in the small council chamber was thick with a tension that had nothing to do with the stifling heat. Dust motes danced in the shafts of light piercing the high, one small window, illuminating the faces of the city's most powerful. They were to sentence Veyla Stormthorn. She had been the architect of chaos, a puppeteer who had nearly brought the city to its knees by fomenting war between the kingdoms of Jiltcheek and Caerland. The judge, a man whose age was etched into the very lines of his face, spoke first. His voice, though soft, carried the weight of authority.
If we kill her, we bury the lesson. If we exile her, she returns as a story we no longer control.
A ripple of unease passed through the assembled councillors. Exile was a dangerous gamble. Veyla's charisma was a potent weapon, capable of turning the dispossessed into a mob, her words a siren song, promising a better, albeit bloodier, future. Councillor Ayla, her brow furrowed with worry, voiced the unspoken fear.
And if we keep her, we risk becoming what she is. People who justify evil because it's useful.
The implication hung heavy in the air. To imprison Veyla Stormthorn, to bend the law for her, would be to compromise their own principles, to dance too close to the fire that had threatened to consume them all. It was a slippery slope, one that led to the very corruption Veyla had embodied. Mayor Voskar, his hands clenched into fists at his sides, his face a mask of barely suppressed rage, interjected. His voice was sharp, cutting through the somber atmosphere.
She wanted the city to burn so she could sell buckets of water. She profited from desperation, from the fear she herself manufactured. I won't let her sell ashes next.
His words painted a vivid, damning picture of Veyla's motives. She wasn't a revolutionary nor a misguided idealist. She was a predator, a profiteer of misery. The memory of the false flag attacks on the merchants going in and out of Velkrad, and the reports of ghosts of long dead coming back, crowds of people hearing voices telling them outrageous things. Veyla had orchestrated it all. The judge listened, his gaze fixed on Veyla's court documents, and that dangerous artifact, the Ashen Lantern, among the documents of Veyla, commands and plans to deceive two nations to fight each other, evidence presented earlier by Vaishavan, a well-known mysterious Velkradi, sometimes known as the Witch of Velkrad. He then turned his attention back to the council, his voice regaining its calm, measured tone.
Then we take the one thing she values more than survival.
A collective silence fell over the chamber. What was it that Veyla valued more than her own life? She had shown no fear of death, no remorse for her actions. She had faced the threat of execution with a cool indifference that had unnerved even the most hardened guards. Ayla spoke again, her voice barely a whisper.
Her legacy?
Myron scoffed.
She has no legacy, only a trail of destruction.
The judge shook his head slowly.
No, she craves influence. She craves the memory of her actions. She wants to be remembered, to be feared, yes, but also to be seen as a force that shaped events. She wants to be a legend.
He looked back at the court documents and the evidence. When his eyes looked at the Ashen Lantern, that powerful artifact, a flicker of something unreadable in his eyes.
We will not kill her. We will not exile her. We will erase her.
The others exchanged bewildered glances. Erase her? How? The judge continued, his voice gaining a quiet intensity.
We will strip her of her name, her history, her deeds. She will become a ghost. Not a ghost that haunts, but a ghost that never was. Her writings will be destroyed, her followers dispersed and re-educated, their memories of her subtly altered. Those who profited from her schemes will be held accountable, their ill-gotten gains used to rebuild, to heal. And Veyla herself. She will be given a new life, a life of anonymity, of quiet servitude, where her name is never spoken, her face never recognized. She will live, but she will cease to be the Storm Mother.
Myron's eyes widened, a slow smile spreading across his face.
A fate worse than death.
Councilor Ayla, though still apprehensive, nodded slowly.
It is a form of control. We control her narrative, not by suppression, but by obliteration.
The judge continued,
We will ensure she is fed, clothed, and kept safe, the judge concluded, his voice resonating with a finality that left no room for argument. But she will never again be Veyla. She will be a nobody, a forgotten whisper in the winds of time.
After that, the sentence was passed. Veyla, the architect of chaos, the woman who craved a place in history, was to be granted the ultimate oblivion. The city would rebuild, and the lesson of her destructive ambition would not be buried, nor would it be allowed to fester into a new legend. It would simply fade away, taking its architect with it. The silence that followed was not one of defeat, but of a profound, unsettling victory. The city and the kingdoms of Jiltsheek and Caerland would heal, not by remembering the wound, but by ensuring the instrument of its infliction ceased to exist, even in memory. Hopefully, the lessons would be learned for Velkrad. Remove those who would upset the order as a city of balance between two of the four kingdoms of Obscura.